Namaste and welcome to this practice where today we'll be focusing on the third chakra, Manipura. And this is located between the navel and the base of the breastbone, or sometimes it's spoken about as the solar plexus area. And you can think of this chakra as a fiery center. So the color associated with it is yellow, and it's all about igniting this inner fire and giving us a sense of focus and drawing on our inner power or willpower, if you like. So when Manipura is unbalanced, where there's an imbalance there, often people can feel almost paralyzed by a choice, and they can feel low in energy, weak, stressed, anxious. Perhaps there's worries over finances, money, or a feeling of having a lack of power. Whereas when Manipura is balanced, you can really get a sense of feeling so much vitality, and there's almost a fearlessness when you're making decisions. So you feel more confident, more determined. There's a strong willpower, a sense of strong willpower, and you feel very secure and have a high self-esteem. So of course it's so important to find balance in Manipura, and I hope that today's practice is exactly what you're after. So throughout, perhaps your focus is to remember that as you are, as you practice today, as you show up, you are enough. You accept yourself with a sense of contentment, and you can stand confidently in your own unique power. So perhaps through this practice today, as you set your sankalpa to get clear about some goals or some decisions that you've been wavering on, you can dive into this sense of personal power. So we'll begin on our back. Just letting the knees collapse against each other and let the hands rest on the lower belly. We'll take a minute or two of finding our diaphragmatic breathing. And that's where, although we spoke about firing up and drawing on this inner strength, a warrior also has the qualities of softness when it's called for, when it's needed. So what you're asked to do now is just find that softness within yourself. A softness that is enveloping you in this warmth of contentment and appreciation of your body as you show up to your practice, just as you are. So let the abdomen be soft under the hands. And enjoy the feeling of the belly floating up as you breathe in. And releasing all the way back down as you breathe out. And it's all just happening on its own. Rest back and observe this natural breath. So important to know and have the ability to be able to switch on and off in your practice, physically, mentally, energetically, and even within your life. So go on and just walk those feet back in under the knees now. The knees are about hip-width apart, and bring the first two fingertips down onto the bony points of your hips. But then step them in a few centimetres, maybe 5 centimetres, and press in a little deeper into this space. And then if you were to take a little laugh or a cough, just try that little fake laugh or cough. You can feel those muscles under the fingertips switching on. If you can't feel that, just move them in a little further or press them in a little deeper. So here you have these transverse abdominal muscles that are wrapping around the lower belly beneath the navel, like a corset. You could think of them like a corset. So what I'd like you to experiment with is holding those muscles on now. So there's a firmness down there in the lower belly. You can feel those muscles pressing against your fingertips. So as you hold them on, notice how you can still breathe smoothly. The face is relaxed, the jaw is relaxed. And then switch them off, let them be soft. And again, pressing in, finding those muscles. Have them held on so you'll feel the resistance of the muscles, almost like they're pushing up towards the fingertips that are pushing down. While you're still breathing, there's this firmness through the lower belly. So the firmness doesn't increase into the face, but you can feel the lower belly switch on, which mine are right now, even while I'm speaking. And then you can relax them down. So this is the part of the core that we want to switch on now through our practice. So let's have our feet set up for bridge pose. The hands can come down alongside you. And now, can you get a sense of switching on those TA muscles? Press into the feet, and as you breathe in, lift up into your bridge pose, sending the tailbone to the back of the knees. As you exhale, release all the way back down. We'll go nice and slow here, so feel them switch off, feel them relax. Now could you firm them, switch them on, breathe in, lift all the way up into bridge pose, pressing into the elbows, the shoulders, belly firm. Exhale, releasing all the way down. Nice and slow so we can switch them off. Feel the belly relax. And again, switching on. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release all the way down. Switching off. Switching on. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release all the way back down. Bringing the knees all the way in towards the chest. You can start to make big circles with the knees all the way out to the sides of the body. The arms stretch outward and forward. As you breathe in, take the knees wide, the arms away, and exhale, drawing back in through center. Ensure there's space between the back teeth. Take the knees wide out towards the armpits. Hold on to the back of the thighs, and you might be able to hold on to the inner thighs here. As you breathe in, extend the legs wide, reach to the toes. Exhale, drawing back in. So you can feel these lower belly muscles switching on as you extend the legs. You can keep them held on as you bring the feet back in. If you wanted to, add a lift here. Inhale, reach forward through the fingers. Exhale, feet come back, head and shoulders down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Follow your breath. Find the variation that suits you best here. But don't be afraid to be a little extra determined through the practice here today and challenge yourself. Enjoy feeling the body warm. The knees can come back together. Rock a little from side to side, massaging through the lower back. The left foot can come down while you keep the right knee in towards the chest. Take the palms face down underneath the hips. As you inhale, straighten the right leg, let it hover above the earth. Exhale, draw it all the way back in. Feel those lower belly muscles nice and firm. And you know if you've got them switched on because there's this drawing in through the lower belly. It's an in and up sensation. If you wanted to add a little extra here, as the knee comes in towards you, interlace the fingers. The thumbs will track down the long side of your neck. Take the left elbow over to the right knee. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Inhale, take the leg away. Exhale, squeezing in, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, drawing in, nice and slow, control. Just one more like this, bringing the leg all the way back in. Touch the knee to the elbow. Bring the head and shoulders back to center and release. Right leg comes down, switching sides. Let's start by bringing the left knee in towards you. Exhale, left leg long. Exhale, drawing in. Beg your pardon, inhale, extend. Exhale. So rather than letting that effort seep up into the jaw, notice if you're gripping through the lips or tightening through the back teeth. Nice and relaxed here. As the knee comes in towards you, you may like to add this twist variation. Interlace the fingers. Use the thumbs to support the neck. Elbow over to the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Keep the head and shoulders lifted. Exhale, squeezing in. Maybe you could even smile while you're doing this. Just 2 more. Coming back through center, placing the foot down. Hands turn, palms facing down. Just under the hips a little for that little extra support. Take the right knee in towards you. Extend all the way up towards the ceiling. Lengthen to the toes. Inhale, lower the leg to hover. Exhale, roll the knee back into the chest and inhale the leg up. Exhale, all the way down. Breathing in, one smooth movement takes the leg back up to the ceiling. Exhale to come down. If you wanted to add a little here, bring that left shin parallel to the floor. Right leg extends, lowering down to the earth. Exhale, rolling it in. Just one more on this side. Feet can come down to the earth. Let's start with the left side. Knee in towards you. Extend the leg. Inhale, lower all the way down. Rolling through. Take it back up towards the ceiling. Notice how the breath moves through the entire length of the leg. If you wanted to add a little extra, the right shin comes parallel to the earth. Stay with the length and the timing of the breath. One more on this side. Knees can come down, feet can come down. Let's find our bridge pose. Switching on the TA muscles. You can feel them there if you press in through the fingers. Inhale to lift into bridge pose. Option to add the arms here. Inhale, reaching all the way up and over. Keep the hips lifted, but bring the arms down on the exhale. Inhale to lift. So rather than pooching the belly out, draw it back in. Lowering the spine from top to bottom, slowly coming back down. Palms face down, hands under the hips. Bring the knees together and in towards the chest. Take the legs all the way up, squeezing them together as if there's one. Inhale, lower the legs all the way down to hover above the earth. Bend the knees and roll back in towards the face. Inhale, take the legs up and lower down, down, down. So find that breath combination that works best for you. Finding the pace so that you can stay in control. If you need to pause at any point, please feel free to do so. If you need to switch it back to one leg at a time, that's always there available to you as well. Otherwise, take one more. Knees come all the way in. If you can, take the arms out wide like a T. Turn the palms all the way up. Keep squeezing those legs together. And on your next exhale, take the knees over to the right, but don't land them, just hover above the earth. Inhale back through center and exhale to the left. Inhale through center. This time on the exhale, place the feet down. Take a breath in when you're ready. Rise into bridge pose. Exhale, releasing the spine slowly down. And again, inhale, knees inward to the chest and towards each other. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Plant the feet down as you exhale. Breathing in, peel the spine up, pressing into the feet, the back of the hands, the shoulders, the head. Exhale, releasing all the way back down. Once more, inhale, knees in. Moving to the right as you breathe out. Coming through center. Over to the other side. Turning to center. Placing the feet down deliberately. Spread the toes wide, lifting arm up. And find the belly firm and strong. The jaw relaxed, the breath easy. Noticing your weight spread evenly across the earth. As you exhale, releasing all the way back down, slowly, slowly. You can bring the knees in towards the chest. We'll rock up and down a few times here through center. You can keep the chin tucked into the chest. Feel the whole spine being massaged. If you wanted to go hands free, you could here, and maybe even keep the feet off the ground. And then coming all the way up and finding a comfortable seat. You might just cross the legs here. You could sit on a cushion if that's better for you. The pranayama practice that's complementary to Manipura is our breath of fire, Kapalabhati. So it's a firm, fast, powerful, igniting breath. And to begin, we rest one hand on the chest and one hand down on the lower belly. All of the breath moves in and out through the nose. Be assured that the inhale will happen all on its own, and all you need to do is focus on the exhale. So it'll be a short, sharp breath. You'll feel the stomach, the belly, pumping, pulsing underneath the hand, the navel drawing into the spine as you exhale quite quickly. If, of course, you are pregnant, you have high blood pressure, any history of heart disease, or at any point this makes you feel uncomfortable or lightheaded, please just skip it out and return to a seated diaphragmatic breath. Otherwise, with space lifting to the crown of the head, you can begin. Long breath in, long smooth breath out through the nose. At the bottom of the exhale, leave the breath out for as long as you're able to before you need to breathe in once more. And allow that inhale to arise very smoothly. Drop back into a balanced breath. Simply observe the body, taking control, and trust that the breath returns to a harmonious state. like to join me, you can begin again. Taking a breath in. Long, smooth breath in. Longer breath out. Feel the body releasing the breath entirely, and then leave the breath out for as long as is possible for you. Savoring that space. When it's time to breathe in, allow it to arise effortlessly. Through this practice, you're noticing any subtle shifts within the body, an energetic shift, of course, as you feel the body warming and starting to stir up any blockages under the skin. If you'd like to join me once more, you can keep the hands as they were or place them comfortably down on the legs. Ensure that you stay relaxed through the jaw at the whole time that you're taking this breath, and find that pace that works for you. It doesn't have to be a quick pace, just a regular, consistent pace. Inhale. Long breath in. Even longer breath out. Leaving the breath out. Experiencing that moment of emptiness and space. Allowing the breath to return as it is. Your mantra as we continue may be, I am enough. I do enough. I stand confidently in my power. You can open the eyes and find your way onto the hands and knees, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Have the knees about hip width apart. Curl the toes under. As you breathe in, scoop up through the chest. Look forward. On the exhale, curling the spine. Look in towards the navel. Inhale to lift the chest, the gaze. As you exhale and look inward, press into the hands. Lift the knees just a few centimeters off the floor. And as you inhale, drop the knees, scoop the chest up. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Lift up a little, look under towards the belly. Inhale, scooping up. Exhale, feel those lower belly muscles firming as you lift the knees, press into the hands and lower all the way down. Scooping the chest, last breath. Release the toes. Exhale and sit back on the heels, breathing in. Stretch it out as you open through the chest. Maybe lift the chin, take the shoulders back. And then coming all the way forward, back onto the hands and knees. Let's take the right leg back behind as you inhale and scooping it all the way in towards the chest. Inhale to lengthen. The knee is coming over to the right elbow or armpit as you exhale. Inhale, stretch it back. Curl it through on the exhale, round through the upper back. Inhale, lengthen over to the side on your exhale. Extend the leg back behind you. Lift up into three-legged dog. Leg extends a little higher. Exhale, tiger curl, shoulders over the wrist, knee comes in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Knee moves over to the right as you bring the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, reaching back, coming through center. Exhale. Inhale, extending up. Shoulders move forward as the knee comes over to the right side. Inhale, last time, leg extends. Bring the foot all the way down. Lower down into your full plank or half plank and exhale, release to the earth. Finding Sphinx or Cobra as you breathe in, rising up. Exhale to release all the way down. Coming through center. You're bringing the left hand, left knee in the same line. I'm going to have my back to you. You'll still be able to see. Left shoulder over wrist, finding gate pose. Extending the right arm all the way up. Press into the right little toe. Create a diagonal line as you reach across the right ear. Feel the lower belly muscles firming up as you lift up the right leg. Tapping the toe back down to the earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. With your breath. Just once more, lifting a little higher perhaps. And then bringing the foot all the way down as you roll back onto the hands and knees. Sitting back onto the heels. You may like to lift a little higher this time. Inhale, draw the hips forward, squeeze the inner thighs in. Looking forward or upward. Releasing all the way back down. Find your way onto the hands and knees once more. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Curl the toes under. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, looking in, lift the knees a little, round through the upper back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round, bring the knees up. Inhale. Exhale, lift, lift, lift. Press, press, press. And coming all the way back down as you scoop the chest up once more. Exhale, take the hips down. Stay low or just one breath. You might lift up through the hips. Exhale, releasing back down. Coming onto the hands and knees. Let's extend the left leg back as you breathe in. Curl the knee in. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. We're moving over to the left elbow or left armpit, squeezing in on the exhale. Work with the breath. The body warming, firing up, lifting into three-legged dog, left leg extending to the air. Exhale, tiger curl, shoulders over the wrists, left heel hugs up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over to the side. Inhale. Exhale, center, tiger curl. Last one here. Out to the left side. Placing the foot down, finding your plank or half plank. Exhale, release. Sphinx or Cobra, breathing in. Exhale, coming all the way down. Find your way through hands and knees. Setting up for gate pose, right hand, right knee aligned. Left foot in that same line as the toes point forward. Inhale, left arm, and then reach a little more across the body as you press into the left little toe side of your foot. With your breath, inhale, lift. Lower on the exhale. Feel that line of energy through the whole left leg. Balanced by the efforts of the strong foundations here. Just 2 more. Rolling yourself back through center. Finding your child's pose. I would encourage you to take the knees wide. Bring the head down to the floor or make a pillow under the forehead. Have a bend through the elbows so that you can relax the shoulders. And in that space between the knees or between the legs, could you let the belly be really soft? So we have constantly this idea that we need to be firm in the belly, strong in the core. But there are times to experience softness. There are times to switch to the off mode. So let the spine round from the top of the head to the tailbone and feel the front body very, very soft. That soft diaphragmatic breathing. You even notice the skin moving gently like a wave. And then as you extend the arms out, preparing for downward facing dog, secure your foundation through your hands and feet. And then could you also continue to look up towards a soft belly? Glide the right leg to the air as you breathe in. Exhale, bringing the foot forward in between the hands. Come down to the back knee. Inhale, lift up through the arms. Feel the hips lift. Exhale, rotate to the right. Extend through the arms. You want to dial that right heel in slightly to keep the knee over the ankle, helping that safe alignment. Inhale, return through center. Exhale, rotating around. Feel the navel drawing around to the right side of your mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale. And just one more like this. Returning back through center, framing the front foot with the hands. As you step back into downward facing dog, perhaps try not to drag the front foot, but lift it up. So you want to switch on the core muscles and lift the leg up and step it back. Glide the left leg to the air as you breathe in. Stepping the foot forward on your exhale. Left knee over ankle, inhale, arms lift, legs are firm as they scissor in towards each other. Exhale, rotate around to the left. You could even turn this back foot in on a slight angle, to help you find a bit more stability there. And last time, feel the belly button rotating around a little more. Coming all the way through center. Frame the front foot. You're preparing to step the left foot back without making a sound. So hips need to lift. And it moves back to the back of the mat. Bend the knees generously here. We're coming to the front of the mat. You could take a few steps or look forward and jump as you breathe in. Lift the chest halfway. Exhale to fold. Take a reverse swan dive as you breathe in. Arms lift up and overhead. And exhaling down through center. We're finding chair pose here, or also known as fierce pose or mighty pose. So feet about hip width apart as you bring the palms to meet, bending through the knees, knees tracking the ankles. Sitting back into your seat, staying buoyant and lifted, positive and bright through the chest, the gaze. Gravity wanting to draw you down, but feel that resistance as you continue to rise. Press into the feet as you breathe in, lift up, look up, exhale, diving forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right leg steps back, come into your high lunge if you're able to. Low lunges there, of course, as well. Take the arms all the way up. Steady breath, steady mind. Wrap the arms around behind you, interlace at the back. Have a slight bend through the elbows. Inhale, lift the chest. As you exhale, begin to hinge out and down. Continue to lengthen through to the crown. So rather than dropping all the way onto that front thigh, feel the belly firm. You can release the hands all the way down on either side of that front foot. Stepping forward into a standing splits. Bringing the chest towards the left leg. Extend the right leg up. Inhale, maybe lift it a little higher here. As you exhale, bend the left leg and bring the right knee to the left calf. Just tap it down lightly here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, tap it in, squeeze the hips down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, you've got this. Exhale. Leg extends all the way up, a little higher you may find, then all the way to the back of the mat. You can stretch out this left leg now, steering the left hip back. Lengthen the spine, hinge from the hips. Lunging forward, plant the hands down, find your three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, in silence. And then as if you're going to land it in pigeon pose, bring that leg across the mat, but don't touch down just yet. Inhale, lift, extend. Exhale, across the mat to hover. Inhale. Exhale, hovering above the earth just momentarily. Lower the shin down. Find the center of the back knee as you lengthen the leg away. Now before you fold, press into the front shin and feel the hips rise. The glutes switch on, everything draws in. You might be able to even come hands free for a moment. Let's pulse here, relax. Switch on. This time we're switching the glute muscles on. Hugging everything in. Feel the lower belly firming like you're drawing up and in. That corset firming a little tighter. Releasing down. Once more, inhale. And then you know what it feels like to melt. You may bring the chest down, make a support under the head. Flick that switch to off. And allow yourself to enjoy that very, very soft belly now. Feel that very, very soft belly. Notice how as you soften the abdominal muscles, you receive that effortless breath, as if you've unlocked the window, opened it wide, and enabling that breeze of fresh air to pour in and out, circulating to bring a sense of freshness. Bring those hands under the shoulders now and lift all the way up into downward facing dog. So you could roll to the right side and take gate pose as we did a moment ago, or find your side plank. Feet look like they're on a tightrope as you roll to the outside of the right foot, inside of left foot. And extend the left arm all the way up while you lift the hips away from the earth. Rolling your way back through center, finding your full plank or half plank, releasing down on the exhale. Let's get off the hands here and find locust pose, Shalabhasana. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, release. Finding your way into downward facing dog, belly firm as you move away from the earth. The firmness of the belly supports the lower back on the transition to downward dog. Glide the right leg to the air as you breathe in. Step the foot forward on the exhale. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step the front foot forward as you breathe in and look forward. Exhale, fold. Rise up into chair pose. Palms together or arms extended. Maybe you can sit down a little more in fierce pose. Find the fierceness, the mightiness within. Rise up as you breathe in, palms connect. Feel the front body melt as you exhale. Chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. You're stepping the left leg back, finding your high lunge. Taking the arms up. Releasing the hands behind you, interlace at the back body. Draw the shoulders back. Humble warrior, reaching out, forward, lengthening. Hands move away from the spine. Release the hands down to the earth. Step the left leg up into the air, standing splits. Folding towards the bottom leg, the standing leg. Inhale, lift a little higher. Come into this curtsy tap as you exhale. Bend the knee, left knee to right calf. Inhale, lift, feel the legs extending. Exhale, pulsing down and in. A little higher. Squeezing in last time. Left leg reaches up to the air and back as far as you can to place the foot down. You're straightening the right leg as you send the left heel down towards the earth. Steer the right hip back. Find a brightness as you lengthen through the spine rather than rounding through the back. Use supports under the hands if you wish, or even bring both hands on the inside of the front foot. You can place the hands down. Find your three-legged dog, a silent transition. Leg extends to the air. Make your way towards pigeon pose. Let the shin hover above the earth. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the shin across. Lift up, look forward. One more time. Hovering momentarily before placing the shin down mindfully, finding the center of the left leg. Let's pulse here. You'll be able to feel the difference between on and off effortlessly, easily, pressing into the shins, the back knee, the glutes switch on as you rise, and exhale, that melting sensation. You can find it again. Maybe the hands come off the earth. Pulsing back down. Back yourself. Trust yourself. Strong inner fire, ignited, bright. Once more like this. Releasing all the way down. Perhaps even bringing the chest forward, the head to the earth. Connect with that breath, either moving through the nostrils or perhaps it's the sensation of the abdominal muscles. And perhaps you can just sense your whole body breathing. Bring the hands under the shoulders and find your way back into your downward facing dog. Moving to gate pose on the left or your side plank. Hips lift away from the earth. Feel the top fingertips reaching skyward. Coming back through center, moving through your full plank or half plank as you inhale. Find Sphinx, Cobra or Locust pose, one breath. Firm through the belly as you transition through hands and knees, and exhale, downward dog. Glide the left leg to the air as you breathe in. Stepping the foot forward. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Breathe in, step forward, look forward. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sitting into your seat. Fierce, mighty. Folding, chest to thighs, straightening out the legs a little more. Go on and walk the feet a little wider here at the front of your mat. Come down into Malasana, your squat position. Bring the hands together, or keep them on the floor if you prefer. And from Malasana, you can carefully release down towards your seat. Come to the front of the sit bones, finding Navasana, boat pose. You can always have the hands at the back of the legs or hands to the earth. Lower belly muscles firming up here. As the chest lifts, the corners of the lips lift. Placing the feet down. Slowly, slowly allowing the spine to connect with the earth, supporting you beneath. Go on and spread the legs out to the far corners of your mat. And the arms alongside the body with a little space between the arms and the body. Remembering that Shavasana is so valuable as part of the whole practice. And knowing that if we were in a face-to-face class, you wouldn't walk out. So give yourself this time, this same gift of savouring. Imagine your whole body like a snowball on a spring day beginning to melt. And you notice that touch of the heels and all the way along the backs of the legs, and the buttocks that relax now. And become aware of where the back of the torso touches down and sinks towards the support beneath. The shoulders relax more and more, as do the upper arms, lower arms. And you feel this lightness as you notice the air all around your fingers and the palms. Allow the head to be heavy. Relax all of the muscles throughout the neck, the jaw, lips, tongue, eyes, forehead, feel the light touch of air through the nostrils. The way that your soft belly moves with every breath in and every breath out. Notice that your whole body is breathing. Your whole body is being breathed. And although you move into this state of rest, you've made a connection with that inner fire. Your individual power. The the determination and willpower that's within you always. That light may have been dimmed, but now it's so, so bright again. And just like the yellow of Manipura, the yellow of a bright sun on a summer's day, could you imagine your whole body soaking in those warm rays of sunlight? And just as much as you receive, you also give, so that your whole body is bright. Your whole body is reflective of this inner light. Decisions that you were wavering on, goals you were unsure of, unanswered questions. Within this stillness, allow everything to settle. Allow life's distractions to simply pass by without a concern. And trust that the clarity that you seek is there. The wisdom that you require is already within you. Grant yourself just a few more moments to listen. All that you seek is already within you. These wisdom, these insights from this practice today. Prepare your mind to return back into this day. And your body by bringing some movement into the fingers and toes. Of course, feel free to stay longer if you're able to. Notice that you can move your body easily as you bend the legs one at a time. And rolling over to your preferred side. You might like to just stay for an extra breath, considering the intention that you had for this practice and how it may unfold in your life as you walk away from your mat today. With support, bringing yourself all the way back up when you're ready. You might like a little extra time to savor the goodness of finding balance in Manipura. I wish you well in this journey. Namaste.